Ready for the bing bongs?
We should be live.
There we go, that's YouTube.
Yeah, I just
And then that's Twitch, I think.
Oh, let's double check here.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, I just keep forgetting everything. One sec.
Alright.
I'm prepared!
Alright, YouTube is live. Twitch is live. Mixer and Smashcast are live. Hello, Internet. Boy, it is way darker in here than I thought. That makes me look red. Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
You know what's crazy? Joe Rogan puts on a really good podcast.
Yeah, I've always heard that.
Ow!
Alright, leave all that open. Now I get to do
Hanging
show
with
notes.
Mr. Boston is live on YouTube.
Was it?
It says Hanging with Mr. Boston is live.
Son of a bitch. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not a Hanging with Mr. Boston free preview. I'm sorry. It is me screwing something up here.
Son of a bitch. I'll be right back.
TVGP live.
Apparently we're all so well prepared today.
Catching us all off guard. There we go. Now that should be right. It's weird. Restream said it updated earlier. I guess it lied.
Mm-hmm. That would be my guess. Mush, mush, mush.
Alright, let's do some show notes.
Yay! Show notes, show notes, show notes. The real MVP. And you know as well as I do, without show notes, it would just be 3 hours of us rambling to each other.
Yes, there is a good reason why we have this structure in place. That's something I recognized, I think it was in like episode 1.
We should have a structure because otherwise we don't shut up.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Oh, just the need for show notes.
Yeah. Like if we didn't have a clearly defined structure, we'd all just talk for 3 hours about bullshit.
Yep. Corral us a little bit.
That's your job.
That's right.
That is my job, yeah. Cat herder extraordinaire here.
I still think my favorite one is... Oh.
Moon, you dropped something.
No fucking shit, Taylor. Oh god damn it.
So good.
Yeah, I still think my favorite one of you trying to fucking corral us is I don't like it when Mommy and Daddy fights while me and Nobs are still in the middle of having a fight.
Yeah.
What fight are you talking about?
Dude, pick one.
What is Rogue Trooper Redux? Wasn't Rogue Trooper like a 360 game? Yeah, 2006 HD remaster. What the hell was the original Rogue Trooper? I feel like that's a game that people loved. Yeah, it's the one with the blue guy in, like the army helmet. Third-person shooter, PS2, Xbox, original Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a notable release. Giant Bomb has Chaos Child listed for this week again. It's still not coming out.
I don't know what Chaos Child is.
That's that game I'm excited from the Steins Gate team.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
supposed to come out last week, and then it's going to come out this week, but not really. It's going to come out on the 24th.
So it's never coming out.
I think it's done.
Did Nicholas develop this?
No, so it's going to come out. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Fuck you, Nicholas.
If anyone thinks we're salty about Nicholas, just go to the Binding of Isaac subreddit.
Who's Nicholas?
They're an independent publisher that publishes like Binding of Isaac, The End Is Nigh, stuff like It'll Do, Tiny Barbarian, a whole bunch of pretty popular indie games.
And they refuse to talk about my update for my fucking Xbox One version of Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh, I need you.
I don't have a ton of great news stories this week. It's all a lot of stuff that we don't really care about.
There we go. YouTube, I don't fucking care. If an Aero has a kid, play my goddamn video. How does that sound?
NIS America issues apology over Ease 8 localization, which is the funniest thing that's happened this year.
Wasn't that complete garbage?
They pooched it something fierce. It's real bad. The funny thing is, they changed so much of the stuff that was already in English in the original Japanese version that they didn't need to change, and it was already like the terms and the stuff that was in English in the original version was really good, and then they changed it to be something really bad. I don't understand.
I fucking love this game so much.
Which game?
Rick and Morty.
No.
Marvel Puzzle Quest. Did you just pull another 5?
No. I did pull a number 4 though.
God.
I got the Spider-Woman.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm going to talk about it on the show. I don't want to spoil anything because it is fucking amazing.
Another character for Street Fighter 5.
Big fucking what?
Some
God damn it! Fucking phone bullshit. Fuck you. Fucking fuck. Ooh, a side scroller. Is it an easy 1000?
No, it's for the Switch. It's called Icy. Limited Run Games is also putting out a PC or a physical version. What is this game? I keep seeing this pop up everywhere. Let's play the trailer.
My entire quote unquote office with the boxes full of shit behind me and the shelves that still need to be unpacked and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My entire office now smells like blueberry vape juice. That's what I dropped, by the way.
The blueberry vape juice.
Mm-hmm.
So this sort of looks like some of the stuff that what the hell was that game? I have to look it up.
Clearly, it made an impression. Says the guy who can't remember any
back
game.
in the day. Odin Sphere. Looks like a lot of what Odin Sphere tried to do.
Yeah,
Sort
wasn't
of
Odin
combat
Sphere one of those games that you fucking lost your mind about?
Yeah, I 100% of that back on the PS2.
Oh, Odin Sphere is a great game.
Yeah, I really want to play it on the PS4. I know I will want to 100% it again because the stuff at the very end of that game is really good. But I shockingly don't have the time. Do I really not have any news stories this week?
Hopefully not.
There's just a lot of stuff that isn't super great.
Well, I know that guy's game didn't make it on fake.
Oh, Swery 65s?
Yeah, but I've never really cared about him, to be honest.
Yeah, I really care about his stuff, but I feel like if we're going to talk about that, we should probably wait until it comes out on... It restarts on Kickstarter, because, like, that poor guy just accidentally got boned about 3 or 4 times on... Like, number one, he put it on Fig. Come on. And then, like, undue circumstances sort of hit him hard a couple times. Oh, there's the one news story I want to talk about. Oculus dropping the price and announcing a headset.
A new headset?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Why the fuck does everything have an app these days? It's really cool whenever I pull up my Xbox app and I can see community members playing games that we've recommended on the show.
Yeah, I always really like that. Yeah, Square Enix announced a 4K HD remaster of Star Ocean: The Last Hope, which is hilarious, but that game is garbage. Hey there,
Star Ocean,
Barbara.
is that the
That's the one that came out on 360.
draw your own map one?
No, that's Etrian Odyssey.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Life is
You
Strange
said
Before
many.
the Storm episode 2 comes out next week, but that's not really a news story. I'll talk about that next week's episode anyway. Discord is allowing studios to manage their own verified servers, starting with Minecraft. That's a little too inside baseball for right now. And a cool news story about the Link to the Past randomizer, which is not for the show. That's just one I want to read. That's a cool mod for Link to the Past. Basically, it just randomizes what items you get. Someone found out you can beat the entire game by getting any of the items out of order. So someone modded the Super NES version to do that. Oh, they have code snippets too. That's pretty cool. Anyways, I'll read that later. And Moonpier's gone. The weather has claimed our first victim. Hey there, Dimebag.
Oh shit, I have like no chats open. What?
Waiting for a text to come in from Moon. And
What
now,
the fuck?
now Knobs on the screen is just the top half of your face.
What happened?
Moon left, and now it Skype resized the window. So the resized window is in XSplit, and now it's just like your mouth up. Oh, where'd Knobs go? Oh no. Whoa. Do 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 do.
Lines. No, fuck. Sprocket. Pop up chat.
Yeah, I like that both Twitch and YouTube are the opposite. One is the dots, one is the gear thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just. I'm good. I mean, I'm dumb. I mean, I'm gonna delete my Facebook app. I just don't care that someone uploaded a new picture.
oh man, my wife got into such an argument with someone this week. So like, all right, let's tell a story about my neighbor who's a total fuckhole. So we have a sign on our door for when my kid is asleep that says, "Our baby is asleep, don't ring the doorbell or knock on the door." Normally that wouldn't be a big deal because the doorbell isn't that loud, but we have a dog, and as most dogs do, when someone comes to the door, she goes crazy.
Oh yeah,
and
she
she's
gets real.
Well, and she's a basset, so it's a 50-50 chance whether or not she's gonna start baying. So when we have the sign up, nobody comes to the door, which is awesome. Bless you. Bless you. I'm gonna resize this window. It won't let me do it. Wait, what is happening? There we go. I'm gonna resize this window, chat. 1 sec. So this dude, who's my next door neighbor, comes to the door yesterday and starts knocking like crazy. And like, I'm not gonna answer it because it's just gonna make the dog go crazier. And if you're gonna ignore the sign, I'm not gonna answer the door. Like, you need to leave. So most of my front doors are glass. So I got to watch him leave and then come back, flip the sign around, and then start knocking on the door again. So my wife goes out through the garage to go talk to him, and then she's like, "Hey man, what the hell are you doing? Didn't you see the sign?" He goes this. Oh, what sign? She says, "The one on the front door that you flipped around." He goes, "Oh, that sign?" It's like, bro, for real? And she goes, "What the hell do you want?" He says, "Oh, I'm having a birthday party next door, so, you know, if things get a little too crazy, just don't call the cops." And my wife is like, "Have a great day." And she comes back in, and I was like, "I'm calling the cops on that motherfucker." Like, the baby goes to sleep at 7. If you're gonna be stupid loud all night, like, I'm gonna call the cops on you. Don't flip my sign around.
Touch my sign.
Jesus. Where is Moon? Let me text Moon here. There he is. Everything okay? Question mark.
Huggy face.
Dimebag asks, "Did you call?" I'm going to put him on speaker, but I don't think he'd really enjoy that. Oh, I gotta resize knobs. This is not set up for one person here.
So we just need to sit taller?
There we go. No, I just resized your window, but it's not meant for... It's meant for 16 by 9, not 4 by 3. I have, like, nothing to talk about this week, except for that guy being a D.
Really?
Yeah.
My
daughter's has really bad separation anxiety now because she's going through a growth spurt and getting a bunch of teeth. So I have not had... Hey, there's Moon.
So she's extra ornery?
Mm-hmm. Well, like, when you try and get up to do something, then she starts, like, actually crying real tears.
Oh, jeez.
Because there's the thing where she starts crying, and it's like, those are alligator tears. Like, don't... I know this game. I'm not actually upset. Hi, Moon.
Hello.
What's going on?
You know, really hot day, thunderstorm, winds, the usual.
Internet and power lines love those days.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we'll give it another minute here to let more people get some time to hop in, and then we'll get started. Since it is 95 here today, and I'm dying.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like a nice 65, little breezy.
It's beautiful like that all week. Just the days where I have to come here into this room.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I do not trust this in the slightest. I don't trust anything right now.
Yeah. Down with the man.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that on a public forum.
Pull that green card right out from under you.
I don't spoil any of this for you. God, this game's awesome.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Alright, you guys ready to kick this thing off?
Hold on, I'm opening my trunks.
Moon's ready now.
Get that sexy light on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just busy writing down all of the hot garbage I've played this week.
Oh, shit. I mean, no, I'm totally ready with... yeah. Totally prepped. Yeah, I guess I played that. I didn't play that. And I played that. Cool, 2 things. Awesome.
But each of these will be like a sentence each.
Most of them starting with ACA Neo Geo.
Yeah, I suppose so. Alright.
Moon, I'm assuming you kept recording? He's gone again.
That's not a very flattering still, either.
Let's throw my question into the ether. There he goes.
You're like a double Amercorn.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. I stumbled on this game and I love it.
I'm very excited to hear about it during the show so I can hurriedly download it while we're talking about it. Games Boston played Destiny 2 and Marvel Puzzle Quest. One of those is correct. I don't write down Marvel Puzzle Quest because I know Knobs is going to talk about it. Oh, and hello, Urgent X Fury.
Keep it urgent.
Let's wait on Moonpier.
Keep it in the pocket. Oh my god. Oh.
So, waiting on Moon.
This is my new favorite thing.
It's the most exciting video we've ever put out. Just 2 people
this?
waiting on Moonpier.
Waiting on Moonpier.
Yeah.
Waiting to moon.
Has Stella got her Moonpier back?
That's right. Oh wait, who can upgrade now?
BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle coming to PS4, Switch, and Steam. What is this? Oh, there's a trailer out. Is this just more BlazBlue? More blah blah?
Where do you see that?
I just saw it on Gaff.
Oh.
Character introduction 2. Oh, cool. Rachel's back. I liked her. Oh, right. This is the one that has, like, Persona characters in it as well.
I really just...
You got yourself.
Yeah.
Hazuma. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's the guy with the green hair and the hat. Okay. Boss, you have a Switch, right? I do not have a Switch. I cannot afford... Hey, Moonbeer! I cannot afford a Switch. Nor the time I would spend on playing Golf Story for the rest of my life.
I did keep recording, by the way.
Hmm?
I did keep recording.
Okay, good.
To answer your question that you threw into the ether.
Sweet irony that we were asking. Hey, did you keep recording?
Oh, I heard everything you were saying.
Yeah.
I heard you say, oh, I just throw my question into the ether, and I heard Nob say that it wasn't a very flattering still frame as well. You guys just couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
And I can't send my text messages to you either.
Why is that?
Thanks
for putting my phone number on the stream.
You're welcome.
Did you?
Yes.
What do you... Oh, is it just sending forever?
Yep. It's ridiculous.
Well, hopefully you don't drop again.
My phone's all warm.
We shall see.
I didn't even move the microphone yet. I'm surprised you guys can hear me.
That's pretty accurate. Drag,
Is that
drag,
better?
drag.
Is that better one, better two?
I can't tell the difference.
Oh, Samson, you're such a good dog.
That's glasses for something, isn't it?
Yeah, glasses. Yeah. I didn't put the 2 and 2 together.
I just can't remember what it's off because there's something.
Yeah, he asked that question, and like my mind had already erased the 1 and 2 thing. I was just like, "Is what glasses? Is what? Huh?"
Yeah. Or Wayne's World, camera 1, camera 2,
Yeah.
camera 1, camera 2.
I felt like I was from PCU. Can you blow me where the Pampers is? Can you show me where the campus is? He's probably in a parking lot by himself, picking his nose.
I use that line all the time. Like, well, not all the time, but whenever I have the opportunity, they always have that queued up, ready to go. You're wearing the shirt of the band you're going to see.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
I'm always that guy. I don't care.
Yeah, there you go. Case in point.
Yeah. Repping the brand. I like it. Alright, you guys ready to kick this thing off?
Should we start recording?
What's up?
Yes, this is why you are the troll.
You skipped, and I swear to God, if you asked, did we start recording, I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
All right, get your lighter out.
Alright, starting the show in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston, and going around the room we have Knobs.
Heyo.
And we have a sometimes disappearing because of thunderstorms Moonpier.
Hello,
who I just got some text from, which I got 2 texts that both say, just want to go on without me. So...
It's the Left 4 Dead approach.
Yeah. Oh, man. Did you see there's a Left 4 Dead 2 mod that came out this week that replaces all the graffiti with Jaden Smith tweets?
What?
Yeah, it replaces all the graffiti with Jaden Smith tweets. It's really good. If you want to walk into a safe room and see, how can we know that mirrors are real if our eyes aren't real? It's real great. Also,
I'm working on a new album. My mom really likes it.
Yeah. Also of note, last week we forgot to talk about it, but it's the 6-month anniversary of the Binding of Moonpier Boston Rebirth. So we have somehow stretched that into 26 fantastic and high-quality episodes. You should go listen to it. It's a pretty good time. If you don't play Binding of Isaac, that's okay. You can still hear Moonpier get beaten down by a video game each and every week.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Because that doesn't happen on the main show at all.
Not at all. ACA, Neo Geo, some sort of
Well, you
nightmare.
don't really have time for that, though.
Yeah, see? Alright, let's dive right into it. Knobs, what have you been playing this past week?
Well, since I have an abundance of time, let's see, Monday Night Game Night turned into Monday Night Golf for the 2nd week in a row.
Nice.
Most of us wrapped up our rounds around Monday night, maybe Monday, Tuesday night, for the tournament. And boy, did I lay an egg in the closing round of that tournament.
Oh, really?
Oh man, I had it in the bag. I was 1 under going through halfway through the 3rd round, and then I got pulled away to play golf with Tomsy and Scott on Monday night, and then I went back to it later. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday, and I had the yips. I couldn't keep the ball in the fairway, and boy, it was a disaster. I ended up finishing 6 over. Man. And Scott snuck up there with a +1 for the win.
Those yips come for us all at some point.
You know, it's again, like, I keep like comparing this to actual golf. Like, it's you're always tinkering with your swing, just trying to keep your consistent little flick of the stick. They make it to make your shot. Like, because if you're doing the same thing over and over again, you can play it. Like, as I aim a little to the left, knowing I'm gonna slightly shank it off to the left, to the right a little bit. So I kind of work the shot that way. Well, it got bad, and I'm trying to turn the controller and just trying to, like, moving seats, trying to square myself up to the TV, and it is going all wrong.
It's like
all wrong.
It's like someone up at the tee in real golf where they're like shuffling an inch to each side, where it's like, this just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, right. I'm not addressing the ball well, and it's like, this is
you need to address your screen better.
Yeah, like, oh man, it was rough. And if I didn't chip in 4 times on the third round, it'd have been a lot worse.
Yikes.
Yeah, I can say that much, considering I was half asleep every single day I played it. I don't think I finished it until literally 5 hours left till it closed, and I just could not get anything correct. I think I might have been dead last in that.
I'm gonna make Tomsy happy.
There you go.
That was his goal, not to come in last. He was hoping for Duffman to show up. I love you, Duff. Don't take that personal. But yeah, so man, it was a good round. I mean, that was a fun tournament, and that was supposed to be medium. That was way harder than medium.
Yes, it was.
Especially after the difficulty swing from the easy course we played last week into this one, and we've been playing some crazy courses again.
Yeah.
We played this. This one par 3 course that was literally like zigzagging over houses. Every shot had a house you had to hit over.
Jeez.
It's crazy. It was a lot of fun. It was crazy.
Huh.
We had so much fun with that. We played it twice. But golf club's great. Join us for our weekly tournament and our rando let's play some golf time.
Yep.
So
TVGP Springs over on Xbox One.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys have figured it out yet, but I figured out how you can add people in who are currently playing the same course as you, so that's something I need to pass on to everybody, because there's been times when I think you, Jess, and Scott were playing together, and Jess could see Scott, or Jess could see you could see Jess.
But I couldn't see Scott, or
and
Scott
couldn't see Jess.
There's like 3 two-way mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. One person's in the interrogation room seeing everything. But
yeah. If you actually go into the pause menu and go into like the group page, you can just add people in from there. You can just say, oh, this person's playing this round right now. Just add them straight in, and then they appear.
Yeah, I mean, but it's real weird, because like you can't just go to you're about to tee off and you have your list of open slots that they have as players. You can't just click on that, then click on somebody's name. You had to go over 2 tabs, go to their name, hit A, don't hit start because that'll send you back. Hit A, go down to send notification, go back, hit the same button again, add send notification to get everyone in the game.
Yeah, part of me wonders if they had Nintendo develop the online side of this.
Yeah, like that badly needed a UX person to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
But when everyone's playing at the same time, it works great.
Yeah,
like
once
you don't have to
get through all that
right.
crust.
It is a free for all. Like you see balls just landing all over the place, and everyone's taking shots. And
I think Jess was playing it the other day, and Scott started playing. I think it was the tournament, and like Scott started playing it afterwards. She was on like hole 9, and then turned around to make a shot, and there was Scott teeing off on like hole 2.
Yeah,
huh?
It's
like
the coolest thing. Yeah,
that's cool.
It is really cool, but outside of getting everyone grouped together to play a game, that might be my only real complaint with this thing so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I played some more Halo Master Chief Collection.
So on Halo 3?
Yes.
Okay.
That road section was rage-inducing.
Oh yeah, that was rage-inducing when the game first came out.
You know, with those chopper, like the big unicycle with the big wheel.
They're actually called choppers.
whatever. Yeah, so I got to that part, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm in a vehicle. So I'm charging at the guy, and I'm shooting missiles. It doesn't matter how many times I shoot them or I barrel into them full speed. They hit me, I'm done. I'm like, this is maddening. It got to the point where I hopped out of the thing and just kind of let them scoot by, and I was chucking grenades and just blowing them out of them. And
you're just playing on normal difficulty, right? You're not playing on anything crazy?
No, just regular normal.
Yeah.
And then next thing I turn the corner, oh, there's a turret. That killed me. Great. Start this over again. Ugh. Kill the choppers. Kill the turret. Get up the top of the hill. Oh, there's a tank. Why not?
Start it back over. I mean, that's the sort of fortunate and unfortunate thing about Halo is you always hear like, oh, it's way more fun if you can play it with at least 2 people because it's really great. But the dark secret of that is because you just want to keep sprinting until you get to the next checkpoint, and you have a 50-50 chance of that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was losing my mind, and thankfully Twitch didn't let me stream that because, well, maybe it would have been hilarious, but I was losing my mind. I forgot who was in the party with me, and I just absolutely lost it.
Just got Halo angry.
Oh, yeah, I just completely I didn't rage quit, but
Well, you weren't winning.
No. I was not winning. Not even at Charlie Sheen standards.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, still slowly working my way through that, because then I got ODST and Halo 4 to get through.
Oh, God.
And then I am done.
ODST is
done.
Probably one of my favorites.
ODST is a weird game.
Probably because it plays like a shooter, from what I've heard. So
does 4.
Yeah,
4 plays like a shooter as well.
ODST is open, too. It's not a linear experience like the other stuff is.
So, Marvel Puzzle Quest, get more cards, great. Covers, whatever. Having a ball. That game's great. Do your daily work, because some of you are in the bubble.
Some people are past the bubble. I just don't have people to fill their slots.
Oh, are backlogs down?
Yeah, I keep asking in Discord, and I got nobody.
Everyone's like, nah, I'm good.
Everyone's ignoring me.
So yeah, if you're interested in joining in the Marvel Puzzle Quest,
hit me up on Discord.
Send Boston a message on Discord.
Boston Hannon on Discord.
All right, so I can knock that one out. All right, so before I talk about the game I'm playing a lot and really having a lot of fun with, I stumbled on this mobile game that might be my new favorite thing.
Okay.
So I was like going through my my reader. I think it was like New Republic or whatever, like just the basic reader that comes with the phone or whatever. And there was a little ad, and I was like, "Oh my god, that looks like Julian from Trailer Park Boys."
Okay.
So I click on it, and it's like, install Trailer Park Boys Greasy Money.
Oh,
I'm like, all right.
Oh no, did Nobs start the clicker?
No. What do you mean, like Fallout Shelter?
No, clickers are basically like bars are going automatically, and they go faster, and you get more bars as you upgrade those bars.
No.
Okay.
It's not one of those. It's like Fallout Shelter.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Trailer Park Boys.
No.
Nope.
Oh my god! Go to Netflix, like, now.
I'm gonna look up this, this
You
game.
said that about Rick and Morty?
That's fair. Oh no, this
waiting for the heat.
This definitely isn't a clicker. Yeah, I'm looking at screenshots. Knobs is right. It does look like Fallout Shelter.
It's like Fallout
Just
Shelter.
like
It's
a
like
top-down.
if someone made those emojis look like the characters from the show.
That's cool.
It's, if you've watched the show, it is even funnier or weirder than or it's probably really weird if you've never seen the show, but it's awesome. This game is great. So, for those of you that do know the show, Trailer Park Boys takes place in a trailer park, and you have
really?
You have God, I wish I could hit you. All right, so
Dish it out, but can't take it.
So no, well, that's kind of a that was, it'd be clever. So you have three guys. You have Julian, Bubbles, and Ricky, are like the main. It's like they're a reality show that follows these three guys around, like hustling, selling drugs, and or doing illicit stuff in the trailer park.
Is that the show or is that the game?
That's the show.
Okay.
So it pulls the things from the show. So so Julian opens up a strip bar called the Dirty Dancer, which you open up in this one. You got the two rum-dums, Ricky and what's the other kid's name? I can't remember his name. Mikey and Corey. They just go along and slap stuff. So once you level up Corey enough, he's just automatically pulling your money, so you don't have to tap and collect it. But all of it's in the dumb Ricky language where nothing is what it says it is. That's why I was laughing about the omnicorn, because it was a goat that he just thought, since a unicorn has one, it must be an omnicorn. That's
pretty good.
So there's all this stuff. Like the language is dead on to what the show is. Like it's a mazillions, or bazillions, and then there was a crap ton, double crap ton. Like it's the dumbest thing in the world, and it is hilarious to me. So
I've had one quote from the show, and it's "What comes around is all around."
There's a lot of Ricky-isms like that. So it's so great. It really is. And you're earning currency, and then you're earning the hash coins, which are just buttons, because that was his currency. He's just collecting buttons for hash in the show. And then you got another currency as Julian's Jack and Coke, because he's always has it in his hand. There's one episode where he rolls a car and he comes out and he still has his drink in his hand. Like you're getting your chest are trunks, so you're always like robbing trunks to get more stuff. It's right now they have this zombie event going on, which is really weird, but it's kind of funny. But
yeah, I was trying to see if this studio made anything else that I recognized, and 3 out of their other 6 games are pot related that seem to follow the same formula as this game. So stick with what you know. Is one of them Wiz Khalifa?
What'd you say?
I said, is one of them Wiz Khalifa?
No, they don't seem to be branded. This seems to be their first branded foray.
Well, this might be their best branded thing that they could ever do. That's in line with all this stuff. So it is, man, it's good. It's so good, and it's so referential, and the humor's really clever to what that game is.
Did you ever play Simpsons Tapped Out?
No.
Okay, because this seems exactly like that game. It's like this top-down city managing, like you're always doing these little quests and having all these characters from the show show up and famous buildings and stuff.
Well, yeah, like if you leave a little bit, it says it's like you effed off for this amount of time, and this is what you got.
Right.
Sweet. Like
yeah,
it's
sounds very similar. It's sort of how, sort of what I think Avengers Academy was trying to do too, but then diverged pretty quickly.
But no, this is really fun. Like I'm having a ball with it. Like, and plus once you're able to get your characters upgraded enough, it kind of runs itself. Like the good thing about Fallout Shelter, it's always running.
Yeah.
So anytime you go back to it, you're always claiming rewards, which is nice.
Right. That sounds cool.
It's really great, and that show is really, really fun because it's a parody of a reality show in a reality show of itself.
Right.
Like it's really great. All right, so
tell me about your armies.
Which armies?
You know which armies I mean.
I don't have an army yet. Even though I've collected a lot of dudes, I don't know how that works yet. So
I love how confused Boston is right now.
I probably should read the tutorial is what I should do. But
that's the evergreen suggestion, yes.
But that's just not my style.
Yeah. So what game is this?
Oh, no, I haven't spent any real world money in this game yet, or that other game, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Shadow of War.
You haven't spent any real world money in that game yet either, right?
No, I have not.
Wait until the ending. I've got a surprise for you.
Really?
Uh-huh. You have 2 good reasons to boycott this game. One is loot boxes. The other one is the true ending. Where the game basically goes, hey man, there's more of this, but you can grind for a lot, or spend a couple bucks over here, you get some of those epic orcs.
Really?
Make that go a little bit faster.
Well, I got a lot of epic. I got a lot of epic orcs anyway because I ordered the larger edition, the steelbook, obviously.
Right, the silver deluxe orc edition.
Yeah. So I have a whole bunch of epic orcs right from the get-go.
That might help you out later. Anyways, me being mad at this game aside.
Anyway, so, man, I am a murdering machine in this game.
Yeah. How much time have you put into this?
I would say probably about a good 15 hours.
Because I hear, you'll have to correct me here. I watched a whole bunch of the Giant Bomb Quick Look, and man, there are a ton of menus in this game. There's
a lot to manage
everywhere, and I've seen from people that at about the 15-hour mark is when a lot of the tutorials start to drop off, and it kind of just not really starts letting you go free because the game's been doing that for 15 hours, but it sort of assumes that you now know how to manage all your troops, and you have taken over some of the citadels or whatever they call them. Has that been true for you now?
I need to figure out how to manage troops now, because that is one thing I have not been doing. I've been rolling solo, the hating.
Right.
So
naturally, they've also seen you
because I'm riding dirty.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all right. So you have your open world here, and there's an open world inside of an open world, which is so it's kind of segmented in almost like the cities.
Yeah, that was the thing I was surprised about when I saw the map. I was like, this thing's giant, and then the Giant Bomb Quick Look is like, but it's actually not. The map looks really huge, and then surrounding each one of those, what are they called? The strongholds?
Yeah, well, the strongholds.
Yeah.
So you have Minas Tirith and then Minas Illith. I don't know why that's named so similarly.
Yeah.
Tolkien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I got that one, and then I'm fighting in front of the Black Gate right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I took care of all this stuff. I found all the things, but the one thing that's been amazing so far is Shelob. What a great idea for a character. The big spider.
Yeah, the giant spider.
Yeah, famously they turned her into a goth lady.
Well, it kind of works.
Yeah, but it's kind of not a giant spider.
Well, it starts off as a giant spider.
Yeah.
She's a goth lady?
She's a goth.
Oh yeah,
lady.
she's so goth.
Oh, wow.
So goth it hurts.
Not a giant spider, just a weird goth lady.
And how did the Tolkien fans respond to this?
You'll be shocked to find out. Not well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I thought it was clever. Because you can't be sitting there talking to a giant spider. I guess that'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah, see, the giant spider would be all. I mean, giant spiders are pretty gross. Like that guy.
I don't know. I imagine a human is probably easier to animate. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has this kind of anthropomorphication of herself that's able to communicate with humans without freaking them out that she's a giant spider. So rationally, it seems like a good choice.
This is just my day job.
This is just my day job. You should see me hanging out in my webs.
Yeah.
Charlotte ain't got nothing on me. I like this game a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the first one really clicked with you.
Me too.
And this one seems like way, way more of the good stuff that was in the first one, and then just a boatload more content.
Yeah, there's so much stuff. So you have the little, I would say Borgia Towers is essentially what they are, except they're like little eyes of Sauron up there, and that you cleanse them, and instead of being Sauron in the eye, it's what's the elf dude's name that you're bound to? It's like Celestino.
Oh, yeah.
The guy with the forge hammer. That's all that I know.
Yeah. He's got this real crazy, weird name that starts with a C.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Caecilius.
Caecilius.
Yeah.
Caligula. Whatever.
Caesar.
Here's my elf, Dracula.
Yeah. So anyway, so you have this and you clear that out, but then it allows you to zoom into like so you're searching with the eye to find stuff in the map too, instead of just doing the elf vision and marking the
to
things.
find like more strongholds and stuff.
No, well, to find a collectibles. So the Shelob memories, the Ithildrian doors, and whatchamacallits.
I'm very impressed with you remembering all of these Tolkienisms.
Yeah, me too.
Because literally I've been playing it for 15 hours straight. So some of this has to sink in.
Yeah.
And then and plus I like Lord of the Rings stuff, so whatever. And then Gondorian artifacts. So you find all this stuff and you get a little story about the artifacts. The Ithildrian doors are crazy weird. So you find 6 or 7 different. So you go to the door and it's like like speak the word friend and the door will open type of thing. Mm-hmm. Well, they're all poems. So there's a poem, and then every piece you find on the world is a word. So then you've got to sit there and figure out what the poem's supposed to say before the door opens.
Oh, so you don't just like collect 6 words and it's like, yay, the door's open. You have to put the stuff together. That's a cool idea.
You have to assemble the poem,
yeah.
Which took me way longer than it probably should have.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
It's like, what would go there? No, shadow definitely goes there. It's not land. It's not
shadow
drum.
Of shadows.
It's not boots. You can only use the words once too.
My boot of shadows. Nah, that's not it.
I don't know. So that was
shadow boots.
No, this is right. And I'm like, so then I started stumbling through the one I wasn't sure about till it came up. And I'm like, all right, cool, got it.
It was hamburger all along. I should have guessed it.
Yeah, man, it was good.
Those poems.
Yeah. I'm min-maxing the poems.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you have that aspect. The Nemesis system is really cool. I just killed someone else's Nemesis, which got me some online crates, which it seems it's kind of pushing you to do that to get the better gear.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's slowly leading you towards the microtransaction section,
well,
you say?
So what I've seen is there's 2 sides
why is everyone
of it.
so negative?
Well, because loot boxes in $60 games suck, and they shouldn't be there. Either make the game free with loot boxes, or don't put them in there at all.
But you get a ton of loot in the game.
Right, like that's the saving grace for this game, and where people are angry about Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is not a topic we're going to touch on right now, because that's a whole other can of worms. The thing that Shadow War does correctly is it gives you loot in the world very often, and there's 2 tiers of crates, one for the real world currency, and then one for just the in-game currency that drops like candy. So if they're going to do it this way, they're at least doing a shady thing right instead of a shady thing wrong, like EA and DICE.
And Forza.
And Forza, yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean, here's the thing with the in-game stuff. So most of the stuff you're picking up, like just from the lower level, it's garbage.
Yeah,
like
it's all
you're
like
literally
white and gray armor.
Well, yeah, actually, white, yellow, orange, and purple, I think, are the colors.
Okay.
Purple's like the epic, or purple's epic.
Throwing this whole
orange is legendary.
color scheme all out.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So, I got a few fat perps. Like I got a purple sword, and I got a couple pieces of purple armor, which all are part of other sets. So every legendary or epic piece of gear is part of an epic set.
I have liked that. I've seen a lot of good stuff about that, where the purple armor and weapons you can upgrade more than the lower level ones, and they're parts of sets. So like you get bigger bonuses on an individual piece, and then you get even bigger bonuses when you start putting the disparate pieces together.
Yeah.
I like
so
that.
So it's not like you need the whole set to get the perks out of it. Usually it's like one out of 4, and there's like 6 pieces to each set. Okay. So you're not beholden to the McMahon. I really need this last piece, and
I need
killing yourself.
One more glove for my bonus.
Right, which I'd imagine is the tease to to start spending the money. But
well, I mean, like Diablo 3 did that really well, I thought, even over some of the older Diablo stuff, where it's like if you start getting some of the green pieces of the real highest tier ones, you get bonuses for like 1, 2, 4, and 6. And like they get better as you get more, but it's not like you have 5 out of 6, and you can't find the other one, so that sucks. You're missing all these bonuses. That's a smarter way of doing it.
Right, because you're getting a bonus if you have 2 and 4. 4 is the most I've seen so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a cool little stabby sword that poisons things.
Nice.
Well, actually, no, it's the vendetta sword I got. That I killed someone's online vendetta with it, and I got all these extra perks because I did that.
Huh.
But yeah, so you have your sword, you have your dagger, you have the bow, and a hammer, which you just start chucking hammers. Like
it's Destiny over here.
I was like,
thinking that.
Oh, like what? Why is this a ranged weapon? And I was like, oh, I get it now. Elven ghost hammers, awesome.
Why not? That's the ending of your poem,
right?
I miss you so much, my love. Elven ghost hammers.
Ghost hammers.
Oh, the door's open.
Right, I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate you both so much right now, by the way.
This show is so stupid. Hey, we're almost 10 years now. I mean, it's got to fall apart at some point.
Yeah.
That was episode 3.
That's true.
So you have the Elven ghost hammers, then you have your armor and a cloak. And then there's an extra tier for the epic stuff, which you cannot sell your epic gear.
Oh, really?
Will let you. So you kind of hold that. So I imagine you're not going to get duplicates of any of that.
Yeah, hopefully not. If they don't have some way to combine them or something.
Yeah.
All right. So now, like all the captains, man, are they really chatty in this game?
Yeah. Have you seen the one that has the unintelligible subtitles?
No, I haven't got that one yet.
It's really good.
No, right. So that's not even like that's awesome. But my favorite one so far is when they have another hype man in front of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's another orc hype man in front of the captain.
That's amazing.
Great.
Oh, he's
nothing
gonna get
beats
you.
a good hype man.
Who's that?
Like nothing beats a good hype man in anything, in movies and games and anything. A hype man is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one was for Dinesh. Like I swear, Dinesh is an orc in this game.
He is. I looked it up because that came up in the John Bomb Quick Look, and like, there's all these orcs with like these like gruff British orc things, and then the actor who plays Dinesh is in the background, like, I'm gonna get you, and I was like, that is it? What's happening here?
Yeah. Well, no, because he was actually one of the captains that came up, and he ambushed me. And dude, captains spawn out of nowhere. I mean, yeah. I've been wrecked a couple times where I got 2 of them chasing me. I get into a corner, and then all of a sudden, poof! Here comes Dinesh, just coming at me.
Well, it's so funny because like the rest of them are like these gruff, like super guttural British accents, and then he's like, hi, excuse me, I'm gonna try and eat you, please, thanks.
Yeah. Well, he comes in. He's like, "Hey, you know what? Why are you out here murdering everyone? And you know, you're killing a lot of us. Like, you have problems with the orcs. Maybe the problem's you."
Did you ever think about that?
Yeah. I'm like, that's
really good.
I love this game.
Yep.
I really do. So I'm bouncing my way around, and I've been having a lot of fun watching the duels. Because you really don't have to interact with them, too, anymore. Because before, it was just those guys clash into slow-motion slice for the winner. This, like, a couple of them gone fighting the Rancor things. I don't know what those things are called.
We'll just call them Rancor.
They're Rancors.
Yeah.
So this guy's sitting there talking all this yang, like, oh, let's go kill this thing, it's great. And all of a sudden it bursts out of the cage, and he's like, oh. Shoot.
Oh, hello.
And then all of a sudden they start rolling, and then... like there's all these different baits and different things to shoot in the world. Like you have the morgue flies. How did I remember that? Oh,
you really like Lord of the Rings.
There's spider nests that you can hit. My favorite thing is now the grog things are explosive.
Oh, they were in the first one.
I don't remember them blowing up. I remember poisoning them a lot.
Yeah, you could poison them or blow them up.
Oh, huh.
Damn, that'd have been so much easier before.
Read the tutorial.
He goes, stop it.
Nah, I'm good.
I don't have time to read. I just jump in.
Learn by doing.
Yeah, that's right.
The knob's way.
That's
my
right.
poem.
Fall
6
on your
words,
face.
Find 'em.
Elven Ghost Hammer.
Elven Ghost story. Elven
I'm
Ghost
sorry,
Hammer.
I'm sorry.
Elven Ghost Hammer. I don't have time to read. Finn.
I still think I prefer Boston's learn by doing the knobs way. 6 words, go find them.
This game is just it plays great. The double jump is the wonkiest thing I think I have ever seen. Was there? I don't remember there being a double jump in the first game.
No, there was like a dive off of stuff button.
Right. So you're doing your jump, and then he does this weird like side somersault in the air, and it's like doesn't make any sense.
Triple axle over there.
Like I know
So
a double
graceful.
jump defying the laws of gravity, but this is bizarre.
Right. You go too far, sir.
But man, it's great because actually why I showed up a little late was I had to hunt down the orc that killed me,
Naturally.
and he bolted like 2,000 kilometers away. I'm like, oh god, I gotta fight my way through all to get over there. And then he got a posse around him, and I backed up, blew up the grog barrels, and then set him on fire. Got on top, hid for a second, and then murdered him from the sky. It was awesome.
Sweet revenge.
But yeah, I've found a kind of like pro tip here. So if you're in around a lot of dudes, find a little hut to jump on, because then it's just one kick off. Well, you kick them off the top of it. Granted, it's only like 8 feet, but it kills them every time.
Oh,
so you
weird.
get to the high ground and you just start booting people off like 300. It's awesome.
Like Darth Vader and some Wookiees.
That's right. Just grab them, force throw.
Yep. They know what they did.
But all things considered, I think it's great. I haven't got into the microtransaction thing, and I don't think I will.
Hopefully not.
I mean, I can't hit me like card packs. There's no cards, so that's a plus.
That's true. If you can't rip pin packs, then you're not getting my money.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, because that was the thing with Gears 4. It kind of forced you in horde mode to be like, I need to buy more of these. They got in-game currency to get them. Same thing like in this one, because you're collecting so much cash by scrapping useless gear and stuff, and you can buy. I think they're 750 mithril coins or whatever, Miriam. I don't remember what it's called.
Something like that.
So you spend 5 of those, and it goes up in 5 increments. Like you can't just buy. No, I want to buy 2. No, you either buy 1 or 5, or you keep reloading it over and over again, which is obnoxious. But it's solid. That gameplay is fun, and man, is that thing brutal.
Yeah.
That when you cleave someone in half and they get their arm just kind of floats off in the weird way, like it's so great.
Yeah.
So great. But that is all I've been playing this week.
Moonpier, what about you? Sorry, should I say ACA Neo Geo's Moonpier?
Yes, you should. You really, really should. And speaking of that, let's start with Mr. Pumpkin's Adventure, which is not an ACA Neo Geo game. It is a point-and-click adventure. Do not ever play this game.
Mr. Pumpkin's Adventure?
Mm-hmm. There is no writing. There is no story. It's literally just a point-and-click puzzle game.
Is it even like one of those hidden objects game?
No. You literally have a mouse cursor where you're supposed to basically use the environment to solve puzzles.
Interesting.
So here's a math formula on the wall. Here's a machine that's 2 screens away. Let's use that math formula to solve the puzzle on the screen. It's bad. Don't play it. And it has meta jokes in it as well, where the main character has amnesia. You can end the chapter by driving and then crash the thing that you're driving because you don't know how to drive it. And the closing titles, because that finishes the game.
Right.
The closing title is him telling off a game developer for making him have amnesia.
That stuff never ages outside of the person who's making it.
Nope. So wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So before I do get into my my Neo Geo collection, I did play a fair bit of Rocket League with Jess this week. We had a couple of, I think it was a day or two, where we just sat down and played it for a few hours. I always forget how much fun that game is to play until you play it. And I always forget how much it is a game that if you do not continuously play it, you are suddenly really, really bad at it.
Yeah. Man, your wife is like the ultimate hype man for Rocket League. As soon as someone is in Discord and she's like, Rocket League? Do you have it? We should play. Let's go. Let's go now.
Mm-hmm. Because if you say, not so much Siege these days, because she's kind of, I think she's burnt out a little bit on Siege, considering
Siege
she's
is in
done
a weird spot too.
Yeah, Operation Health and the patches that have come out, which that might be make worthwhile having a news story at some point about it. But the decisions they're making in that seem to be alienating the people who love to play it and trying to pull in a broader audience when it's these people who have kept your game alive over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Siege she might be done with for a little bit. She still loves it, but she might be done with it for a bit.
Gotta take a breather for a little bit.
So, but if you have Rocket League and you want to play it, Jess will almost always be up to play it because that game is so much fun. And if you're a fresh start, be prepared to be embarrassed, like I always get when I play with my wife, because she is so much better at that game than I am.
Why is everyone else in the air? I can't even jump.
Yep, pretty much.
That's me.
But other than that, it is literally been, we've already talked about Golf Club, Marvel Puzzle Quest. So let's talk about ACA Neo Geo.
Moonpier's Neo Geo Corner.
Yes, aka Moon don't got time for that. Moon only got 2 hours to play a game.
Yep. So let's knock out 10 Neo Geo games.
So close, 9.
All right, I've got my pen ready.
Okay, Art of Fighting 2. I talked about the original Art of Fighting last week. Let me talk about number 2. Do not play it. Old beat-em-up games are terrible.
Except for Streets of Rage 2. That game's still good.
Okay, let me correct that. Old fighting games are terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know, Final Fight's pretty good.
Yeah, that's more of a beat-em-up than a fighting game, because Art of Fighting is...
It's almost like... It's a one-on-one, really early 2D fighting game.
Yeah.
And it is bad.
It's roof.
Really bad.
Right, because you expect it to move like a modern fighting game, and they just don't.
Yeah.
You friggin' counters.
I know this thing has a massive fan base. King of Fighters 94 is horrendously bad, in my opinion.
It has not aged. Like, if you loved it in 94 when it was huge, I think it's a lot like going back to Street Fighter 2. Where, like, you fire up Street Fighter 2 and, like, if you have no love for that game, it has not aged at all.
Well, I can't even hit people in that game. Yeah. Like, you consistently get thrown to the ground and my backside handed to me every single time I try and play it.
That's sort of King of Fighters 94.
So I need to figure out who...
I have that for the Dreamcast?
No, King of Fighters 95 came to the Dreamcast, I think. Wasn't it? Oh, no, it was like 94 and 95 in a collection, I think.
Who knows? But I need to find the cheap character real soon on that game because
I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, because it's a 3-on-3 fight game as well.
Yep.
And I'll find one person who works really well for me, but nobody else in the team I can actually use correctly at all.
Yeah, you get countered pretty quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So moving on to non-fighting games, NAM 1975.
Oh yeah,
top-down shooter.
No, it's a really weird one because it's a small platform at the front of the screen that you run side to side on, and then you've got a scrolling background where the enemies appear. It's really, really weird to see it. It's almost like Time Crisis, except you're a guy who's running around on this log in the front of the screen.
Right.
You can do an evasive roll, which is really, really cool. I actually kind of like that. I also especially like the fact that it has the Vietnam face guy on the front cover. The Vietnam face guy being the guy who's like got the look on his face, shell shocked.
Yeah.
Speaking. Never mind. It's King of Fighters Evolution.
There it is.
Sengoku and Burning Fight, two not action games, two beat 'em up games, which make me really, really, really want to go and play Streets of Rage, because Streets of Rage is amazing.
Yeah.
And these two are terrible. So
boy.
do not buy either of them.
Man.
I'm doing this so you don't have to, folks. It's got nothing to do with
it's like
achievements.
poison tasting.
Mm-hmm. I am your poison tasters. Blues Journey, which is the, surprisingly enough, one platformer that I have played so far from the Neo Geo, which is really kind of cute, really interesting, and really, really difficult.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a cute platformer. It's the devil.
Yes, because you kill enemies in a very Kirby-esque fashion, except you hit them with a leaf and then pick them up and throw them at people.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it's got a shrinking mechanic where you can shrink yourself at will.
Huh.
It's really, really kind of cool, but really kind of super difficult. There are some sections in that game where the second area boss is a snowman who, if you get close to him, he just fills the screen with rocks until you die.
Great. That's good stuff.
Yep. So, I mean, if you're in the mood for a Neo Geo platformer, Blues Journey is the only one I've played so far. So, give it a go, maybe. Metal Slug 2, because I did the first one. Why not do the second one? I love Metal Slug.
Yep.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
I love Metal Slug. 2 surprised me a lot by first level having a camel instead of the tank as the Metal Slug vehicle.
I forgot about that. That's so good.
So I was very surprised when I jumped onto it, and suddenly I had my Metal Slug guns. But I love Metal Slug. I love those type of side-scrolling, bullet hell kind of games that can be so fun sometimes. Very difficult, but still really fun.
I feel like those have aged pretty well, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, especially, I think we talked about it last week, especially considering the amount of animation that they put into those games. They still look so beautiful. Very, very, very frame ratey when things get hectic on the screen, but I think that's just part of the emulation from the Neo Geo.
Yeah, it's part of the charm.
Yes. Fun fact though, if you play Metal Slug 2 on the releases that are on modern day platforms, play the Japanese version. It has red blood.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
If you play the English version, it looks like you're killing hundreds of bishops from aliens.
Yeah.
All white goo coming out.
That's weird. Yeah.
I was tapioca.
I was really confused because Metal Slug 1 had red blood in the English version.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
And you're seeing the transition between when we didn't have the ESRB and when we did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Aero Fighters 2 is, I think it's my second to last game. Maybe? I don't know.
Because I'm running out of space.
Yes. Good luck fitting all this in the show description.
Yeah.
Just put ACA Neo Geo various.
Star.
Yes. Aero Fighters 2 is a top-down, top-down vertical scrolling shmup. And I loved it.
Yeah.
There are 8 different, basically, countries that give you different types of plane, which fire different types of weapons and have different types of upgrades.
Nice.
The political correctness evolution can clearly be shown here when the Japanese male pilot is a ninja and his plane shoots out throwing stars when you fully upgrade the guns.
That sounds about right for that time period.
Sounds legit.
Yeah.
They all have fun things they say before they go into each level that's level appropriate. If you go into the first level with him, he says, "I am a ninja, I live a lonely life."
That checks out. Yeah.
He's
English
a shinobi.
What? Yeah.
The English representation is a baby. There is a baby flying a plane, shooting people down.
I love it.
It's hilarious because I think the first thing that the baby says is, "I'm a baby."
Little did you know, Baby New Year is British.
It's good variety of ships. The action is really, really hectic. It's one of those old school pattern recognition games as well, where when you get used to seeing the patterns, then you'll get better at it. But I cannot not mention my favorite pilot of them all. He is a dolphin.
Oh, is this the one with the dolphin pilot?
And he has an aviator cap on.
Yep.
And he has the aviator goggles on the top of the cap.
Yep, the dolphin's cool.
Is hilarious. The
What
things
country
these
does this
people,
dolphin represent? Atlantis?
it's not
Atlantis.
Japan.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Yep.
I actually can't remember. I think it might be like the European Union or something because it's got a blue flag with like a blue circle on it, which doesn't seem to be any particular country, so it might just be the
They
EU.
couldn't get
but
the rights to the Greek flag.
no, they couldn't. Probably not. At that time, it probably wouldn't have cost them much either. Oh, economy. But no, Aero. I think it's Aero Fighters 2. That is so fun, and that is just like Metal Slug 1 and 2, staying on my Xbox, and because I might occasionally want to come back and play it. So the last game, and the one that I'm curious to, because Nobs has talked about this as well, I believe. Let's talk about Neo Turf Masters.
Oh, I love this game.
AKA probably one of the most well-made golf games of those times.
Yep.
And if you're playing the high score mode or even the normal modes, it's a true definition of an arcade golf game.
Yep. I just reinstalled this on my PS4 because I was thinking, well, you guys are talking about, the
Neo
Golf
Geo.
Club 2. I'm going to go way back to the original hardcore golf game.
I'm the bridge that links the two.
There you
Golf
go.
Club,
Well,
Golf
let's
Club,
not talk
Neo
about
Geo,
links.
Neo Geo.
We'll cry a little bit more about that.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. But no, that's really fun and so difficult. It will kick you in the teeth at a moment's notice.
And it still looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like when you look at Neo Turf Masters and Metal Slug, those are the games like when you were at Sears and there was a Neo Geo kiosk there and you saw them, you're just like, well, Christ, that's the future of games right there. Like just the color quality and the frames of animation, it's just something you wouldn't see outside of the arcade.
Yeah,
ironically for the Neo Geo.
It blows my mind how good that game is. It does tickle me though that it basically runs on a credit system where it costs you 1 credit to move to the next hole, and if you don't get a birdie, you're basically going to go down really quick.
Yep.
But I'm still loving playing it. I haven't actually completed that one yet. Still got one more sweet chivo on it, which is to make it all the way to the 10th hole without continues. So,
all right, get ready.
Yikes. So that's gonna be fun. And my favorite golfer in it is Ron Perlman.
Yes,
because the guy from Germany looks like Ron Perlman.
Yes, he does. Yeah, that's so good.
It's really weirdly how much it looks like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Neo Geo fun times. Other than that, that's all I've been playing. So let's go, Boston.
I played maybe an hour or two of Destiny 2 this past week. Iron Banner has returned.
Yeah.
Level advantages are disabled, so it's already pretty significantly different from the first game. I bounced off Iron Banner pretty hard. So they changed it significantly, and the community seems to hate it. Shocker. Part of what you did in Destiny 1 was you would level up an Iron Banner rank for the week while Iron Banner was around, just by playing and winning matches. Mm-hmm. And as you would rank up, you would get access to more and more stuff to buy from that vendor. So it's basically like, oh, you got to rank 3, you got to buy one of the first of the 3 guns. You got to rank 5, you could buy everything. And I think part of why that was so successful is it gave you a goal to shoot for. It was, all right, I want to get to rank 5, I want to get these weapons, I want to get all the cool stuff that's here. They removed all of that stuff in Destiny 2, and they put in the standard token system that they've been using for everything else, including the raid. So you turn in like 20 tokens, I think it is. You get a rank up, you get a package, and it includes a random selection of armor and weapons from the Iron Banner selection, I guess. I like that they did that in Destiny 2 with the tokens. As a person who played Destiny 1, I enjoy that. I'll talk about why in a second. But I don't like that there's no real goal. Like, there isn't any get to max rank so I can get this stuff. It really is, like the rest of the game, you're feeding tokens into a person, and every X number of tokens, they spit something out.
Yeah. Okay. There's no progression bar to fill.
There is, but like,
Not the right kind.
Yeah, like to me, the lack of a goal there, beyond just filling a reputation bar, is sort of it sort of removes me. It removes someone pushing me on the back, saying like, you should go play more Iron Banner. Like, you can get, if you just rank up, just win a couple matches, you can get to the next rank. You know, you win a couple matches and you get an engram and it has stuff in it. I know the token system is largely hated in the Destiny 2 community right now. And I surprisingly vehemently disagree. A lot of people liked completing an event and getting a weapon or armor, or, you know, you get a drop in the raid and you get all this stuff. What I think people forget about in Destiny 1 is the Postmaster could only hold X number of items. Anything beyond that just got thrown out of the game. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you were in the raid and you picked up just a ton of stuff while you're out playing today, which was pretty common in Destiny 1, you picked up all this extra stuff in the raid, and maybe you got the gun you liked, and it just gets shot off into the ether because you were full. I like Destiny 2's approach, where your account has tokens associated with it, so, you know, no matter what character you're playing as, you have access to, and you're building up those reserves of tokens. So you can just redeem them on whatever character you want, or wait until you get back to the social space, clean out all your inventory, make sure that you have all your slots free, and then go turn in however many tokens you have. I agree that without having played the raid, I agree it would be nice to see if more stuff dropped from the raid itself, because that's such a fundamental part of raiding in a lot of these games is, all right, we finally beat the boss, and now we get to see all this stuff that people are getting. You know, I got 2 pieces of armor and a gun, and 2 other people got some exotics, and, you know, it's that sort of loot pinata stuff that Diablo 3 got right, that Destiny 2 doesn't seem to have a handle on quite yet. So Destiny 2 is still good. You know, when my wife and I are going through story mode on her character, so I'm hopping in with her every once in a while. But other than that, I'm sort of focusing my time on other stuff and not playing a ton of Destiny 2 right now, because without raiding, there isn't a ton left to do with the short bursts of time I have. Like, I'd be happy to continue doing strikes, but strikes are longer in Destiny 2 than they were in 1 by a pretty considerable amount, and I can't pause Destiny, so I can't just handle stuff I need to, so not a lot of Destiny 2 is getting played by me right now, and that's okay.
Yeah,
it will be there when I want to play more of it, or whenever I have more time, or whenever my kid chills out for like 2 friggin' seconds. The game I have been playing a ton of this week is Battle Chasers Nightwar.
Yeah, you got the patch.
Oh, thank God I got the patch. Yeah, so I've put probably, my clock says 40 hours, but that's me leaving it while it's paused there, so it's probably more like 30 to 35. Man, that patch made a huge difference, because now I'm no longer getting crashes, which is great. I was thinking, it's sort of a testament to how much I liked this game that every time it would crash, I would just fire it back up and just jump into it, even if I was losing progress. Thankfully, no more lost progress now. The scaling of the leveling, the rescaling of the leveling it did, makes a huge difference. I was even at like level 28, and Max is at level 30, which I hit right before the show. Even then, before the patch, I was having trouble getting through the second to last dungeon at almost max level, and now I'm walking through it like it's nobody's business, because I'm over leveled at this point. I'm sort of going through and wrapping up a lot of the end game content now. I've finished the 7th dungeon. It looks like there's only 8 based on the in-game stats the game keeps. So I'm going through and doing like the last couple of hunts. They're very much like the Final Fantasy XII hunts where someone says, you need to go to this place and do this special thing, and a super hard boss comes out, and then you need to go beat it, and then we'll give you a really cool piece of weapon or arm or something like that. I'm crafting like the ultimate weapons for all the characters. That's leading me to do some pretty cool stuff that I didn't know was in the game before. I think the thing that I can say the most about this game is that it's really all I want to play right now, even though I have a whole bunch of other stuff I can be playing. Whenever I get a little bit of time, I just want to pop into Battle Chasers and play as much as I can in whatever period of time I have. And I think that's pretty great for an American-made JRPG.
Yeah, that's pretty great for any game.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, normally it'd be like, yeah, they tried a JRPG and it's pretty bad, but they made a really, really great game, and the story is pretty cool in a way that sort of gets out of its own way, which I like.
Yeah,
it couple characters talk to each other, and then they say, "Oh my God, that's what the bad guy was doing." Oh, okay, cool, and then you sort of go on your way. There's no 20 minutes of what's this thing? Oh, that thing? The one thing I do like, that an optional thing that you get every once in a while when you stay at the inn, is a couple of characters will talk to each other and flesh out their backstory. I like that instead of having to do it in the middle of a dungeon where someone's having a monologue and saying, like, this was my life, Persona 5.
I was going to say all Persona games.
Yeah, it feels a little bit better. But, I mean, the two best JRPGs of this year so far are Persona 5 and Battle Chasers Nightwar. And they couldn't be any more different in the way that they approach the formula. And I really, really, really like this game. And I can recommend it very strongly now that the patch is out. I believe it's out on Xbox One as well, but I know it's out on PC and PS4, but I don't know exactly if it's out on Xbox One. But they sort of fixed all of the problems that existed with the game all at once in one giant patch.
That's really cool.
No more save corruption, no more crashes. It's way easier to level. You have money now. Some of the rare events that were happening in dungeons happen way more frequently to bring them in line with the other ones. Like, everything that was a problem with the game has been addressed. And it's been out for a week and a half, I think. So it seems like they kind of buckled down and knocked out all the big issues, which is really great.
Good on them.
And
really good on them.
Like I said last week, they were super open about communicating about all this stuff. We're working on it. We're doing all this stuff. It's the same level of communication that we've been seeing from the guys over at Dodge Roll, the Enter the Gungeon guys, because they announced their first big paid expansion that's coming out early next year called Advanced Gungeons and Dragons.
Which great.
That's really good.
Really
so good.
The cover art has that red border, and it has the same font. It's really, really good. And they came out with a patch on the PC version. It'll come out on the consoles in a little bit, that had Payday 2 weapons and like armor and stuff that looks really cool. And they came out and they were talking to the community about it, and it was pretty cool to see developers like that come out, and the knee-jerk reaction from the community was like, so wait, you're taking money from these guys? And they're like, no, we like Payday 2, and one of our artists just did this stuff, so we're giving it to you for free. Like, this isn't the free update, that'll be coming later, and then the cool big Dungeons & Dragons update will be coming next year, but like, it's cool, we're cool, everybody's cool. I like to see developers doing that, Nicholas, because it helps quite a bit with perceptions. As
yes,
well.
it does.
Yeah. So Battle Chasers Nightwar is really great, and I'm excited because I want to try and get as much done as I can during my first playthrough, because There are trophies for starting New Game Plus and finishing it, so I'll be doing a whole nother playthrough. But I'm kind of curious to see how much of that stuff carries over into the next playthrough. I sort of get the impression, without explicitly looking at it, that it sort of does away with basically everything you have, except for the perk points you have for your characters, which is basically for their skill tree. And then any bonuses you've unlocked for killing like X number of werewolves or X number of enemies in this area. You get all those cumulative bonuses for beating them. Seems like you carry those over too, which would give you a pretty significant leg up on a second playthrough. So
yeah,
I will be continuing to play this game for a while, and I am pretty happy about that, which is something I haven't said for a game probably for a couple of months, because I feel like ever since Prey, a lot of the other games this year have been good, but not to the point where it's like, okay, I've got 20 minutes, I can fire it up, I can do a little bit of stuff, and then I can save, and then I can go do something else. You know, Prey very much bit me like that, and Battle Chasers is doing the same thing, which is really good. And there's still a lot of other games I have to play this year that I haven't. Like, Horizon Zero Dawn is really the one that's the black mark on this year, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it before the end of the year, and that stinks. And Mass Effect Andromeda, of course.
It's 2.5 months to go as well.
Yeah, not a lot
That's
of time.
the scary part.
Yeah. So, but that's all I played this week, so let's take a break.
All right.
It's so hot. Holy Christ.
Uh-huh.
Oof. Pee time.
Oh, God.
Samps, what are you doing over there?
I did play another mobile game that I didn't talk about on the show called Cook Wars? Chef Wars. Which I was going to try and play a little bit more of it before I talk about it. Basically, it's a top-down 16-bit cooking RPG where you're traveling from cities to cities, learning new recipes and gathering ingredients, and then battling against other chefs by making dishes that will appease the judges. So far, it's really good.
Yeah, so the screenshot you posted for it on tweets.
Yeah, it's really... The other thing I really liked was when the first time you click on, like, the in-game premium currency is gems. First time you click on it, it takes you to the store with all the premium stuff you can just buy for real world money. And the game comes up and it's like, hey, this is the place where you can buy stuff with real money to buy gems. Don't forget, we made the game so you don't have to. You can just finish the whole thing without doing this, but if you want to throw a couple of bucks our way, that'd be great. And I liked that it was very much like, you don't have to. This is just bonus stuff.
That's the part that always made me laugh about what was the big one? Fucking Candy Crush.
Yeah.
There was 100% a level in there that you could not pass until you spent at least $1 on it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. There was a level that no matter what you did, you couldn't get past that level. And that was, if you got past that level, they'd know if you spend money on it or not, because that level couldn't be unless you went for life.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sort of running into some of that stuff with that Homescapes game I'm playing. It's not really like that. It's just the levels I'm running into are incredibly difficult. And it was funny because I'm on level like 45 or 47, I think it is.
I think I tapped out on that about level 40.
Yeah, and like, I don't mind it because a lot of times I'll play it right before bed and I'll just give it 5 tries, and if it doesn't happen, then that's fine. All my stuff will recharge in an hour, and I'll just try again tomorrow morning. They posted a news flash in the game, and they said, "Hey, we hear all of you players have been having trouble with the latest level, so we've put a tutorial on our YouTube site to help you out." And I click on it. It's level 153.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, "What the craps is what?" So I have a lot more of that game to play, and that's okay.
Yep, I think that was I I think I downloaded probably about 20 or 30 games all at once.
Yeah.
And just went through and tried them all out bit by bit. WWE Champions was on that list as well.
Yeah.
Oh god. But no, my backlog is ridiculous at this point. Like I'm sitting there because pro tip for anybody still watching during the break here and you haven't gone up and gone to pee. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is $15 if you're a gold member on Xbox right now.
That's such a good deal.
And it's $25, I think, for the full season pass included in it as well, like the gold edition.
Yeah, that's not bad. I never played any of the DLC for that. Did you?
I didn't even play Mankind Divided yet.
Oh, yeah. I heard the DLC was fine.
Which one's Mankind Divided?
That's the second one.
Okay, yeah. I got halfway through Human Revolution and haven't even started Mankind Divided yet.
Yeah, Mankind Divided is really good. The first one didn't click with me, but the second one really did. I don't think any of the DLC is great, though.
I was lucky I started playing the first one after the boss patch came in.
Oh, yeah. Alright, how many games? Look at my top 10. How many games have I beaten this year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Shit, I should write that down.
Almost have 10. That's why I started it, like, 4 months ago. I was like, I'm not going to remember in like a month and a half when we start recording this stuff. I'm not going to remember what I have been playing.
Yeah, it's like the one episode I don't wing it.
My wife's got a list of like 2011 games, and I think we hit 10 with the potential for hitting 12 just because of PUBG is a game we're going to get day of. And so is probably Sims 4 because Jess is obsessed.
I'm really curious to see what the console version of Sims 4 turns out to be, because I liked Sims. I think I played 4. I know I played 3 for sure. If I remember correctly, I played and liked 4 quite a bit. I would pretty happily play that occasionally on. That would be a game I download digitally, and just like it's
so
sort of
pop
always
it up, play it for 20 minutes, and put it down.
I'd play that. That was a pretty okay game. They really pooched it on SimCity, but Sims 4 I felt like was okay. I just don't know how you're gonna manage that game.
Well, I remember I played Sims on the Game Boy Advance, and that was an incredible part of the Sims because it was basically an RPG.
Yeah,
like it had a full-on story mode. It was basically just an RPG. It was great.
That was a weird version.
You gonna share show notes?
No, I thought we'd just wing it.
All right, fuck it. Let's do it live.
It's coming.
2017 Game of the Year. I need to make notes as well. Just of games I've played right now.
Yeah, when I do my list, I write down everything I've played, and then whenever I beat a game, I bold it because I try to keep games I've actually finished in my top 10.
Yeah, same.
There's no real rule against it, but.
Well, I can tell you what the top 2, probably fighting right now over the top 2 for me, are 2017 Game of the Year and Resident Evil 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I should probably get on that.
That game is so good.
Everyone keeps telling me, man. I might boycott it like Resident Evil 4, and I'll play all the shitty ones.
This year's sort of hard, too, because I've played some stuff. I've played and liked some stuff that came out last year, like the Telltale Batman, Steins Gate Zero, Oxenfree again.
Oh, fucking! Are we okay to spoil that change right now, or should I not mention that change right now?
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay, so yeah, if you're watching the mid-show, here you go. Here's a spoiler for the podcast at the end of the year. It's no longer the best game of last year. This year, it is the best old game.
Yeah,
which means I have Isaac. Symphony of the Night, fucking Abzu, like any
Axiom
game
Verge.
we put on Game Clues, Axiom Verge, Hyper Light Drifter, Oxenfree.
Yeah, this has been actually a really good year for Game Club games. I feel like each one of the games, at least one of us has really liked.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh good, I put Flint Hook in the list. I thought I forgot that.
Oh man, I forgot about Flint Hook.
Yeah, Flint Hook is... Man, Flint Hook has problems. It starts off really strong, and then at some point it just smacks the shit out of you, and it has the same problem that a lot of tribute games have, other than Wizorb. It's fine until it gets way too fucking hard.
Yep.
Like out of nowhere.
What was our first podcast of this calendar year?
TVGP or Game Club?
TVGP.
Let me look it up.
I'm just looking through the games I've played. I'm trying to figure out if Syndicate would be in my thing. You don't know not that that's got a chance of being the best old game.
No. It is episode 481, My Butt's Jiggling.
We have the best titles.
I named him
you,
Vitamix, and you unlock Equip. If I'm having a real bad day, sometimes I will just go back through show titles.
Oh yeah, it's always a
myself.
I am so confused.
Moon, did you ever play Risk of Rain?
I did not, because it's PC, PS4.
And Vita, but you don't have a Vita, right?
Nope, I had a PSP.
I'm just trying to think of things that would meet the requirements for that thing we talked about earlier.
Yes. Unraveled, there's another fucking amazing game.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited to go back and play Enter the Gungeon again whenever that DLC comes out.
Unraveled should probably go on the Game Club list.
How long was that?
About 6 to 8 hours.
Okay. I'll add it. I have a feeling it's on here, but I'm just going to add it anyway.
I might have suggested it when...
Is it under future games, maybe? No, nothing's on there right now. I really need to go through and clean up these list of games. Some of this stuff we're just not going to play.
Oh, Boston, the Orville is really good.
Yeah, I think the first 5 episodes, I just need to start watching it. I've been caught up watching, I was like 6 or 7 episodes behind on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so I missed the ending of last season and the beginning of this one, which has been really good.
See, that's what happened to me. I was watching Andrew Tribeca, and I kind of missed the cycle, and then I haven't gone back to it.
I'd never started watching that. It seemed okay.
It is goofy.
Yeah, it seemed like it was basically like Airplane, the TV show.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the episode season 1 or season 2? The first episode of season 2?
Oh, of Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still didn't. It didn't change anything how I feel about that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Moon,
why did you just have a book on your head?
I couldn't find my pen.
Oh. I thought like your roof was leaking and you were taking shelter.
But
that wouldn't surprise me here.
Yeah.
The thing I've been liking about Rick and Morty is the continuity between the whole thing.
Yeah.
So after they froze time and whatnot, they transported all of the house and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The crack in the driveway that circles the house is in every episode past that point.
Nice. I mean, I will give that show a lot of credit. As much as I don't enjoy it, like, it is well made. The continuity is good. It's just not something that clicks with me.
Really, them breaking time? You didn't like that episode?
That's fine. It's just I didn't really find it funny. And that's sort of where that episode was gonna go. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Just like I try to get a lot of people watching New Girl and say, no, it's actually really good, and people go,
Yeah, I would be in that camp.
Yeah. New Girl's really good.
Zoe Deschanel.
It takes a while for that show to get going, though.
Yeah, oh shit. Yeah, the Orville's been surprising me on every episode.
Yeah.
Every episode, like the first one, kind of, it's a Star Trek episode, but
yeah, like it's pretty clear about what it's spoofing.
But they actually did a really good sci-fi show on top of that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to start watching that. I've been a little bit disappointed at the coverage, the mass media coverage I've been seeing on that show. A lot of it is like, well, of course it's Seth MacFarlane, so it's just like burps and fart jokes. It's like that. First off, that's not Family Guy. Second off, that's definitely not the Orville. Maybe you should have watched it. I haven't watched it, and I know it's not that.
Well, all right, so it is a really great human moment in episode 5 where they're sitting around and it's the alien, like the little girl is like 10 times stronger than everybody.
Right.
You know, like he has that running joke, can you open this jar of pickles for me? And she
Right.
runs through a wall. But anyway, so they have this joke where, you know, she's talking about, it's like, yeah, I guess, you know, it was kind of emasculating me being so much stronger than him and whatever. So kind of let it down easy. And then the rock looking dude, he's like, what's that? And then one guy's eating sushi and he's like, you've never had sushi? He's like, no, you want to try it? And he grabs the wasabi ball and eats it. And he's like, and everyone's like, oh my God. It's like, dude, if I had half that, I'd be on the ground crying.
Yeah.
The one chick, he's like, I feel no discomfort from eating this. And he's like, really? Nothing? He's like, well, then my body can digest almost pretty much anything. And he's like, the black guy's just like, eat this napkin. And he goes, he's like, whoo! And I was like, wait, I got something. The guy goes to the replicator, he's like, one cactus plant, please. He goes and eats the cactus plant, and then all of a sudden she chimes in, and he's like, eat this glass? And he starts eating the glass. And then as they get called back to duty, he's like, no, we're coming back to this. Like,
I like when sci-fi stuff does fun stuff like that like you and I would do if we had a replicator.
yeah. Just some of the dumb stuff in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really enjoy that show.
Yeah, I'm
a lot.
excited to start it. I also have to catch up on The Good Place now that season 2 is up.
What else? Hell's Kitchen is still great.
Yeah.
I watched 5 Harry Potter movies, well, 4.5 over the past 2 days,
Yeah.
because I don't know if
They
it's
were
the
on in the
Bamfcast
background.
crew. Yeah.
On TBS,
Exactly.
probably.
No, it would. We don't have cable.
Oh, right.
We actually have all 7 DVDs, so just pop them in.
Right.
I think Nobs has them too.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
yeah, they're all
Well-
you have them all digital.
I for whatever reason, I think it was the Bamfcast talking about the Harry Potter movies. I was like, I haven't seen them in a long time. Let's see what they're like.
They're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
First one didn't age very well though.
No. Still my favorite is Goblet of Fire. I don't know why.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Until the rewatch now, I would have said 3 was my favorite.
Which one's that one?
Prisoner.
Yeah.
The Prisoner of
Prisoner's pretty
Azkaban's
good.
really good.
Yeah.
This got Gary fucking Oldman in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also in Goblet.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to Jess about it last night. I was saying I'm loving watching these again because it's basically a who's who of British actors.
Oh yeah. Like who's
Like,
the
all the-
best British actors we can get? Let's get all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hey, all of them are incredible, and the kids really do become good actors.
Yeah. After like the first 2, they start getting pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not kids.
Yeah.
Did I talk about Blade Runner last week?
Yep.
Yep.
It's great.
You made me want to see that.
You should too see that. I don't know. I got nothing. Oh, the Spielberger documentary on HBO is outstanding.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Really good.
I'll have to watch that.
That and Hitchhiker's Guide has been on everywhere.
Really? I wonder if the
Yeah.
rights got transferred or something.
It is
Speaking
everywhere I
speaking
can
of
come across it.
great British actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't turn that movie off every time it's on. I love that movie.
I made the mistake of putting Hot Fuzz on the other day. I was like, okay, well, my kid and I are going to be watching Hot Fuzz now.
Mm-hmm.
She's not that old. Internet, don't get upset. She doesn't understand it.
it really makes me sad though watching the Harry Potter movies because I can never remember his name, but the guy who plays Snape.
Oh, Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he died this year, didn't he?
Yep.
By Grabthar's hammer.
Oh, yeah, there he is. He was Marv in
Hitchhikers. Yep.
I've been talking to computer, and it hates me.
He is so good in everything he does. Yeah. Not to mention one of the best fucking performances as a bad guy is Mr. Gruber.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a Nakatomi shirt.
Nice.
So, it's not Christmas till Hans Gruber takes a header off the Nakatomi Tower.
That's true.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Because we're going to do this all day, really. All right. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for October 16th, 2017. Etrian Odyssey 5, Beyond the Myth for the thirds.
I was pretty excited about this game. I will never have the time to play it, but I didn't like the changes they made in 4. Apparently the large change they made in this one is basically there's only one dungeon, and it's gigantic. And that's really exciting.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo Sport for the PlayStation 4.
I tried the beta of this the other day.
Is this another demo? Please tell me this is another,
I'm 75% sure this is the release because the beta and the demo just came out the other day. I tried the beta. It was like 60 gigs.
What?
It was huge. By the time I downloaded it overnight and I came back and I tried it the next day, every time I tried to switch a car, it crashed. So I deleted it. I was like, man, I will give Gran Turismo a shot again. I haven't played one since 3, which, is probably...
That came with the PlayStation
2? Yeah, not mine, but yeah, pretty quickly that came with it. But I guess Sport is not meant to be.
I think I have it unopened. I have that and whatever first Tom Brady NFL game that came with it.
Oh yeah, whatever that one.
Because at that point, I'm still boycotting football games.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. South Park: Fractured But Whole for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And I was wondering because I got a notification that something for Best Buy shipped. Now I know what it is.
I haven't seen a ton of preview coverage on this. Basically, everything I've seen is like, hey, do you like the first one? Because this is more of it.
I'm not complaining about that because I love the first one.
Yeah. The first one was great. I'm still worried about it not being Obsidian, but we'll see.
Well, gotta play the troll toll to get into this boy's soul.
Yep.
WWE 2K18 for the PlayStation 4, Switch, Xbox One, and PC. And I read that out of order.
It's all right. It's just a suggestion. Moon, are you picking this one
up? Maybe not.
I feel like that's such the noise of like us with Assassin's Creed, where it's like, yeah, I'll pick it up. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how this year is.
I mean, that's the problem. Is like, I mean, we talked about that on the break. I've just picked up Mankind Divided.
Yeah.
On sale now, if you're a gold member on Xbox. So let's add another, 80 to 100 hour game to my backlog list.
Yeah, it's so good.
That game's a lot of fun till the city goes on lockdown.
Yeah, at that point I broke out the walkthrough. I was like, where do I need to go? I'm not sneaking for the whole time.
No, at that point I murdered everything.
That's also a good call. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, like between now and January, I think there's 3 games that are right up there on my list of things I want to buy almost immediately, even though I probably won't play them for another 2 years. And that's Origins, Wolf 2, and PUBG, or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
They're the 3 that are right there where I want to get them, and I will never play them.
Yeah, that's a hell of a list, though.
Mm-hmm.
PUBG taking the world by storm.
Wolfenstein 2?
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the new Colossus. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Jackbox Party Pack 4 for everything.
I mean, it's coming out on like Amazon Fire tablets and Apple TV. Like, it's coming out for literally everything.
Yep.
It has another 4 or 5 games, and looks like half of them are sequels to the games you would want sequels to. So, they're always great. Whatever games are in there are going to be great, and you and your friends will have fun with them. It's a guarantee.
Yeah, you just need friends.
Yeah. Sad violin. Wow, wow. All right, moving on to news story. Oculus announced they are dropping the price of the base unit, and they've announced a new headset. So I guess they had an Oculus Connect event, which shows you how far away I am from VR stuff at the current moment. There's something in my eye. Oh my god. So the Oculus headset is now $400. That price includes both of the touch controllers, which used to be separate and incredibly expensive.
Yep.
They also announced stuff like you're getting a customized home space, which please tell me it's going to be like PlayStation Home. I would love that. They're fixing the UI for Oculus Dash. Project Santa Cruz is still underway, which I don't know what that is, but I just wink. Oh, is Project Santa Cruz still underway? Yes. The Eagle is in flight. Like, I don't... Not even sure.
The Eagle's in flight.
But they announced the Oculus Go. It is a standalone that you can read that as does not need a PC for $200. Provides a single remote and here's the real rub, will run a limited amount of Oculus apps.
Of course.
So it's basically a headset that you can watch movies on.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the real bummer. Like, I don't know what price it would take to put a PC in an Oculus Rift and strap that whole thing safely to your head. So I'm sure this is another stopgap towards that goal. But $200 for a thing that doesn't play all the Oculus stuff?
No.
To me, as someone who is not invested in the VR world, I would rather buy one of those, like the Samsung...
The Google glasses.
Yeah, the Google glasses. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the Samsung VR.
Yeah, Gear VR or whatever it is. Like, I'd rather buy that and use my phone. Like, for $200, I don't... This doesn't seem like a great value when you say it's $200 and it's just a thing on your head and it only plays a select number of apps. You know, it's sort of like play the brand new hot VR title, except not on this one headset.
Well, it could have the Wii effect. I mean, it's at the right price point to get people to experience it.
Right. Yeah, I just wonder I wonder if there's a blowback when they experience it and they like it, and then they say, okay, well, you know, what do I need to play all the rest of these VR games? Like, what about this other section of the store that I can't get to?
$2,000. That's what you need.
PC and a headset and the controllers and, you know, it's interesting. I'm curious to see where it goes, and I hope it does well for the exact reason Knobs was saying of, you know, at least getting more people to try a VR experience and trying to get more VR equipment in homes. I just hope it doesn't turn out like Rock Band 1 did, where it's like, oh, I had so much fun for so long, and then it's the thing I give away at a yard sale.
Yep.
You know.
You don't have to pay me. I will give you $10. Take this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just it's very dusty, but get it out of here.
I'm glad you pay you for a cheeseburger today.
Yeah.
Or pay you tomorrow for a cheeseburger today.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to questions. T-Bomb Rocks asks us questions from Discord. With Oculus releasing a standalone wireless VR headset, hey, here we go, for $200 and a wireless, more powerful version of the Rift on the horizon, what will it take for you to purchase VR?
A PC. And then something I really want to play in it. I've got to get the PC sorted first, and to be honest, I'm not interested in any of these experiences. I think we've talked about it previously.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit in this room, because this would be the room. I don't want to sit in this room
by yourself
while my wife is sitting downstairs playing games by herself as well. Even if we're not talking to each other, we're at least there with each other, and we do have conversations while we play completely different things.
Yeah.
That's the big thing for me, is until we maybe get two PCs, 2 headsets, and both of us can have our own room in the house.
Take out another mortgage.
Yes.
Yeah, my kid would have to be off in like grade school, or I would have to have nobody else in the house I need to take care of. The dog and the cats can take care of themselves. Musim in chat says Steam Link, yo. I don't know what that was in reference to, but yes, I agree. I finally fixed my Steam Link, and Steam Link is really good. Now, what do you think it would take you to
I'm already on board. I just gotta find the time.
Yeah, to like build a PC and
that wasn't even a dig at you that time.
You don't have the time for it, you mean?
Well, no, because I got all the games to play downstairs already, and I don't want to be locked into this furnace.
Yeah.
For any extended period of time. I mean, I got to upgrade the PC. It's just a matter of getting organized, I guess.
Well, and I think Knobs...
I mean, I got to rearrange the room. I got to get this cedar chest out of here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going into me doing this.
Well, I think, Knobs, you and I are a little different, too, because we both have PS4s, so the PSVR would be a cheaper solution to get into that world. But for me, there isn't a whole lot on PSVR that I'm even attracted to.
Yep. And that's the thing. I mean, it'd be a matter of, like, Resident Evil 7 seems interesting.
Yeah, I'm too much of a chicken for that.
But
if I give you $100, will you play that?
Maybe. I would have to stream it.
Okay,
just
I'll
so
throw
you
in 100, Knobs will throw in 100, and you have to stream the entirety of Resident Evil 7.
For how much equity? 15%? Like, yeah, like I feel like that's the thing. Like, I even have a PS4 Pro.
How about we make that our $1,000 Patreon mark?
Yeah, exactly.
We would hit it tomorrow.
Yeah. I feel like that's the unfortunate thing about the PSVR is I wish the titles were there because I could get interested in getting the PSVR even though I have this feeling in my gut that they're going to announce a new model of it early next year. That has no foundation in anything. But I sort of just don't care about the stuff that's on that platform.
Same. Like, especially now, like, I was really interested, very, very interested when it first came out and it was getting the big hype last year.
Yep.
I was in the middle of moving to a different country. I could not afford it at that point.
You don't need more stuff either.
So, but then it comes to this point of the year and I'm listening to podcasts and people talking about how they're fed up of another shooting gallery in VR.
Yeah.
They're fed up of this other kind of stuff. And it's like, by this point, you should have more fully fleshed out experiences available for those products for people to experience.
I mean,
the only people who seem like they're doing it are Bethesda.
That's the hard part, though, because it's like chicken and the egg, where it's like, well, do you want to have like Sony Santa Monica work on a $60 VR game that's, you know, a really great title for exclusive for the PSVR that a percentage of people will play, or do you want to have them work on like the new Horizon Zero Dawn that millions of people will play? But then if you don't have the title on VR, then no one's going to buy it. Like, it's this bad situation where I don't know how you get to that point where you get a lot more of those premium games there.
Well, I mean, and plus VR's got to figure out what it wants to be. Like, it cannot be something you can play on a screen. Like, it just hasn't had that eureka moment where this is the only place this works.
Right, this is a VR-only game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if we have that quote-unquote killer app at this point where it's like, if only I had VR, I could play this game.
Yeah, but that's the problem is nobody's going to sink that amount of money into producing that game until they're sure it can make their money back in VR. At the end of the day, Steam had the chance to do it until, didn't they lay off their entire VR section recently?
Oh, did they? I didn't catch that.
Like, people aren't confident enough in VR to sink the hundreds of millions of dollars it would take to get that off the ground and run and get a hype train big enough for the VR people.
Yeah.
Bethesda are doing it, but guess what Bethesda are doing? They're taking the easy, cheap option. Here's Fallout. Here's
Skyrim again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's why I was hopeful when VR came out that the PC would be such a great platform for that because of indies. You know, you have a small team that's going to make a great experience that maybe didn't cost them a lot of money, but they were able to take the chance to make an experience in VR that could only be done in VR, and I feel like we haven't really had that game from the indie space yet either. Which, I mean, it's fine. It's a little unfair to put the mantle completely on them, but I don't know. You know, I'm surprised we haven't seen something from EA. Honestly, for either PC or PS4. Like they're one of the companies that has the money to burn on something that's potentially a failure.
I think if someone's going to do it, it's going to be Ubi, because they always jump in on stuff like that. Ubisoft you're releasing a new console, here's 12 new games.
The only game they made was that Eagle Flight game that didn't take off because it was a competitive eagle flying PvP game.
Yep.
Which is odd. Also, of note, there's really not a lot of stuff coming out of Japan. There's a lot of coverage of that schoolgirl tutoring game because it's really odd.
Creepy.
Yeah, just like it's right there in the uncanny valley, and that person is in your VR face, and it's just like, you need to just lean back, like just back up a little bit.
I've just realized what it would take to get me into VR. A powerful enough PC to run it, yes, step number 1. Step number 2, HOTAS. Get me a HOTAS, and then you know full well I'm gone forever. You will never see me on this podcast again. I will be in Elite Dangerous.
We'll see you with a VR headset on. Meet me in hyperspace. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm just doing a delivery.
Yeah. Beep beep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like a lot of people are ready to like put a nail in that, put the final nail in the coffin and say, well, VR is dead. I don't really think so. I just think it's going to have a small base for a little bit, and I think too many companies are too heavily invested in the hardware to say like, oh, well, we're not making Oculus Rifts anymore. See you later. You know, they spent too many hundreds of $1 million to get the headset off the ground, and Sony's too proud to give up on a piece of hardware like that. See the Move controllers that we're still using.
See the PlayStation Vita, see the PlayStation Portable. Well, they will give up in a heartbeat. I think they will. I
think the Vita is other than Otome games, I think the Vita is finally it's beating its last heartbeats.
I can't remember the name of the process, but I know there's a new manufacturing process design, like all the new 1060, 1070, 1080 chips are all built in. Mm-hmm. I can't help but think, all the headsets, did they use that process, or were they early enough to the fact that they didn't use that?
Oh,
and maybe now, if they can use that process, which I know, I mean, the 1060 is it's like $300, and it's more powerful than the highest of the generation before it.
Yeah.
So I can't help but think I wish I could remember what the manufacturing process was called. I can't help but wonder what that will do for headsets. Will that allow them to get them smaller, to get them less hot, to get them running easier?
Well, and I think, unfortunately, you can solve a lot of those problems, but the thing that's plaguing tech still is batteries, and the fact that there have been no real major developments in safe, long-lasting, rechargeable battery technology. Because until you can have that thing on your head without cables for 4 or 5 hours at a stretch, you know, you'll still have to have it plugged into some sort of power or recharge it every hour or something. And that sucks.
I mean, because no one's going to sit there with that thing strapped to your head just laying in a hammock. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You're not going to go full-on lawnmower man.
Right. Oh, I'm on the beach of Aruba. Ooh,
Great. Put the lime in the coconut.
Someone has a spray bottle in their face. Ooh, the waves.
Now you're talking
smell-o-vision.
Yeah, exactly. All right, his other question here is, what's your favorite rhythm game that does not require a peripheral and knobs? Take it away.
Oh, it's Amplitude.
Bingo.
I don't know, like Space Channel 5 is a lot of fun, so is Elite Beat Agents.
Elite Beat Agents is a good choice.
EBA takes it every time for me, having never played Space Channel 5 or Amplitude or Frequency.
Space Channel 5 and Elite Beat Agents aren't too separate from each other. Yeah, boy, Elite Beat Agents is the one I've forgotten. There's also that a series that was on Game Boy Advance. It's not WarioWare, but Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah,
Rhythm Heaven Sengoku is
Yeah, Rhythm Tengoku. Yeah, those are other real great games. I thought we were only going to come up with amplitude and frequency and be like, well, that's really it. But I sort of forgot there were a ton of other ones.
I did love Rock Band Blitz as well.
Rock Band Blitz was okay as like an amplitude light.
Oh, what was that one game we played on the phone that actually took your tracks?
Oh.
Audio Rift.
Yeah.
Audio Surf.
Audio Surf
Audio
on PC.
Surf, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, Audio Surf was really cool. I had a lot of fun with that. That was a lot of like, I don't know, I have a half an hour. Let's find a couple of crazy songs to play. Yeah. That was good. Yeah. The Donut Pug asks in Discord, were there any games you loved as kids, but now you go back and don't like them? Probably
yes.
A lot. Yeah.
It's probably beyond counting.
Any professional wrestling game?
Oh, yeah.
But to be honest, I did spend almost all of my time in professional wrestling games just creating people.
Yeah.
I had like 5 memory cards in the old SmackDown games full of created wrestlers. That's the best thing.
I would go back. I would probably say NFL Blitz. It is unplayable.
Yeah, I bet. I feel like the vast majority of stuff we've played that isn't popular now, like you go back and you play Sonic 2 or you play Super Mario World, those games still hold up. You go back to play Sonic 1, that game still holds up, but it's a puzzle game and it's not the platformer that 2 and Beyond games turned into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything that... I haven't played anything. I mean, I feel like this question's really timely because of the NES and Super NES Classic coming out, and some people playing stuff and being like, yeah, that game's fine. I haven't played a lot of classic stuff lately, though.
No, me either. We're not... I mean...
2017's been too good.
Yeah. My biggest problem is any stuff I played as a kid... Like, it's not really easily accessible these days. Like, Super Monaco GP on the Amstrad, there's no real easy way to play that these days.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an Amstrad emulator, probably called, like, EmuStrad or something.
Oh, probably.
But, finding a ROM for that is probably pretty hard.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
What's the last game... Let's instead say, like, what's the last... classic game we've played that hasn't been something for Game Club, like that we've actually tried to sit down and play?
The original Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat. I hate the both of them now.
Yeah, Killer Instinct was... I think Killer Instinct was famous, but not a good game. The original.
Oh no, it was all about knowing those button combos and the timing.
Yeah,
it was very much
combos. The first Mortal Kombat has aged so poorly. It still looks cool, just because these are actual, real human people.
Yeah.
But I mean, control-wise, that was still that. I think Mortal Kombat 1, if I remember, still lives in the Street Fighter 2 pre-combo era, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So that's a rough time period to be in.
Yeah, the inventive combos is what you had to do. Like, that was how I learned, like, air juggling was in, whatchamacallit? No, Eternal Champion Challenge the Dark Side. It's the first time you could hit somebody in the air.
Oh, yeah.
That I remember.
Yeah, I think it was actually, if you look at the history of combos, I think it's actually Street Fighter 2 that accidentally created combos. But they're not really in the game anymore. They're, like, proper. I can't think of the last game I've actually gone to seek out that has been a classic game.
I still love Blastcore. It's a bad game, but I still love it.
Yeah. I mean, just like I said, 2017's been too good, so it hasn't been like, you know what? It's April. I'm a little bored. Let's go back. I never played this famous Super NES game. Let's go find a copy of it, Yeah. Not a lot going on this year. And
no, I mean, it's not like, I still got a lot of old hardware plugged in. I mean...
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, man. I just can't really think of it. Like, I haven't really thrown anything back from the annals of the gaming pantheon here.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I keep wanting to say I want to play Curse of Darkness again, but I am scared.
Yeah, I sort of maybe want to leave that in the old brain pan.
I don't know. We'll find out.
forever.
Same thing with Ninja Game Black. Like, I want to play that again, but I'm like, oh man, this game sucks. It's gonna crush me.
I mean, Microsoft says original Xbox compatibility is going to come out sometime this year, so
we'll find out.
Yeah. Last question here from Superman Socks. Is there any games you played so much when you were young that you still remember secret passages or door codes or that kind of thing? I played Resident Evil 2 loads and still remember the first safe combination.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I mean, there's the Mario warps.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, most people probably know, like, Mario 1 and 3 secret blocks and the warps and the whistles and stuff like that.
I would probably go Indiana Jones and the Castle of, or the Fate of Atlantis. I remember 90% of that game.
Yeah.
Oh, Symphony of the Night for you guys.
Mist. I remember the mist patterns.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night is a good call, Moon. Symphony of the Night is... the whole game is etched into my brain.
What was another good one? Yeah, a few of the passwords for Hell, Cyberpunk Thriller. Sonic
3, I feel like I know the majority of where those giant rings are.
Yes.
Like, if you plop me in that game, I bet I could find, at least in the first half of the game, could probably find the majority of them still.
Honestly, I don't think I've really... My memory is shoddy at the best of times, so like there's nothing really I played that much when I was younger. Like, what I tended to do what I do now, which is cycle through a lot of games, like very little repetition of the same games over and over again.
Yeah.
The only ones I did that for really was Mario.
Oh, here's one. The Duke Nukem 3D demo.
Oh my god, yes.
I bet, especially like when I was a kid, I bet I could go through that thing blindfolded.
Oh, same thing with Doom. The whole first chapter of Doom. Like, I know where all those secrets are.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I think the only thing like that I can think of is probably the facility run on GoldenEye to get it under 1 minute and 20 seconds to get the infinite ammo cheat.
That's a good call, yeah. A lot of people, that would probably be Modern Warfare, that last... airplane thing.
The Mile High?
Yeah, Mile High achievement. See that in your nightmares.
Oh, I still do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you very much, Superman Socks. That's our episode this week. Oh, Knobs Arena had one more.
Yeah, well, that was one thing. Like, I remember where all the hidden orbs and stuff were for Crackdown.
Oh, yeah.
When we were playing that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I hear one. Oh, it's on top of this giant 15-story smokestack. Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a game I'd love to go back and play again.
I was hoping next year turns out okay.
Yeah. Just give me orbs to collect, man.
That's all I actually want. That's literally all I want.
Yeah.
Oh, orbs, I mean, hey, play Agents of Mayhem. There you go.
Play Saints Row 4. That had utility orbs.
Saints Row 4 is so good.
Yeah. All right, well, that's our episode this week. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us, tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. The link to the Discord server, which you should definitely join, and all the other links are on the right-hand side of the page.
And don't forget to join us for our game nights, Monday night, 10 p.m. EST on the Xbox One. Come join us. Throw some games out there, whether you want to play with us or not, I guess.
Yeah.
Your prerogative. We'll play... Yeah, what's up, Sams? Play whatever. Tuesday's Destiny night. Wednesday might be still Rocket League on the PlayStation 4.
What was that?
My sentiments exactly, Samson.
Was that Samson farting?
No.
Okay.
It was him yawning or something.
Friday through the weekend.
This show is so exciting.
To play some games.
Oh my god. Alright, this month's Game Club game is Abzu, a game that I tried to start at 10:30 at night the other night, and that was a mistake.
I meant to ask this, did you fall asleep during?
No, about 10 minutes in, I was nodding off, and I was like, no, I can't. So, I need to wrap that up, because I think we're recording that in a couple of days, and I think it's only about 3 hours, so. Pick up Abzu, and don't forget to check out our recap episode where we talk about whatever game has been randomly picked for the next episode, or wink randomly picked. Who knows? Patreon. Patreon.com/E1M1. You can become a patron of the show, and you can get a whole bunch of cool behind-the-scenes stuff. If you're a $5 or more patron, hang out with me every Sunday night while I edit this very show and others, like the Binding Moon Pair. If you're a $2 patron, you can get that episode early. So there's a bunch of great stuff. There's stuff for $1 and $10 peeps too. It's all really good. Patreon.com/E1M1. That Video Game Podcast. Nope. YouTube.com/That Video Game Podcast. Twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. Follow us on both places. I'm done talking. We'll see you all next week.
Yay!
I have so many titles.
I used my title section and had to go to the top.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think I might have around about the same.
Alright, hit me with a moon.
Address the Screen, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
Just got Halo angry. I wish I could hit you. I'm a murdering machine. So goth it hurts. Elven ghost hammers. Learn by doing the knobs way. 6 words, go find them, and you just need friends.
We have, like, no duplicates here.
What?
We just have 6 words, go find them as duplicate, and I wrote down Halo angry. So I have I laid an egg, regular normal, which I like a lot. Here's my elf Dracula. I'm min-maxing the poems, which is really good. It was hamburger all along. Ghost hammers. ACA Neo Geo's Moon Pier, and Halo angry. I really like I'm min-maxing the poems.
Yeah, I love min-maxing the poems, but I'm sorry, I think Learn by Doing the Knobs Way is so perfect. Because you said that in the middle of us laughing, and that made me break even harder. And I was just like, fuck, that was perfect, because you immediately followed that up with, there's 6 words, go find them.
Yeah.
Like, that was 2 show titles back to back.
Knobs, what do you feel?
Min-maxing the poems.
I feel like the
I'm fine going with that.
majority
if you guys
has
wanna go with
spoken. That's why we have 3 of us. Excuse me. Starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 521 for October 16th, 2017. I'm min-maxing the poems.
The right words.
Learn the Elvish.
Delicious water.
That was a strange noise.
All right.
God, that was a huge yawn, too.
Just not silent.
Where's your good boy? Yeah.
On that note, thank you very much, everyone, for watching us. And we will see you next week. If you're $5 or more, I'll see you in a couple hours. Bye.
Yep.
Then